shit. We rolling. Chris don't never tell us. I just said white people.
Woo! What's going on, everybody? It's a brand new episode of Off Book presented to you by Broadway Black. We're here to hit our marks and want to hit our marks right now. I'm Drew Shade.
I'm Tiffany Robinson.
And I'm Princess Humbery Mana.
She just said.
I know.
But she knows what the people wait on every week.
I wait on that.
Thank you.
I
They be ready in good voice.
Yeah.
She's warm.
My God.
She's warm.
Well, we thank you so much. Okay, so we got our friend Tiffany.
Yes, ain't
You know? Okay.
You're welcome.
If you don't know anything about HU, it's Howard University. I didn't get to go there.
Yeah,
That's all right. That's all right.
You know, we all wish that we did.
It's
the Black
okay.
experience.
It's okay.
I was stuck in Indiana.
That's all right.
all right.
Well, I mean, full ride, but you know.
Yes, live your dreams.
You know,
nice.
so yeah.
Pay your bills. They're paid.
Yeah. You know, I mean, even though I didn't complete, but
That's all right.
You know.
God had other things in store for you.
okay. You know, but I got all I needed.
Ha, shut
right.
up.
Hallelujah.
That's a word.
But we have our friend Tiffany Robinson, who is a Black stage manager in the building.
Yes.
Like,
Round of applause.
One of the few, the only, like, it's like three.
It's a handful.
It's
like
few.
five.
four or
Yeah.
five.
It's like
Okay,
five,
so do you know them
maybe.
all?
Oh, no, but I know a lot of them.
Yes.
Gwen Gilliam, Bernita Robinson, Cody Renard,
Lisa Dawn.
Uh-huh. Ooh,
Beverly
Lisa.
Jenkins.
What's her name?
Sharika Niles,
Sharika?
Ken McGee.
That's good 8 right there. Ain't
That's
it?
about them. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like Amber Dickinson, she did Broadway. I think that's all.
Look
I
at
know.
God. So it's about 10. It's
Yeah.
about 10.
Listen.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you so much for naming them.
Thank you, because half of them I didn't know.
I didn't know,
Thank
so I
you.
need to go back
You're
and listen and
welcome.
write them down.
Yes,
You know, when this
and
episode
do
comes
some
out.
Google.
Yeah, and Beverly went to Howard.
Yeah, she did. Ain't you?
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
every time
all
we have to do
I
it.
mean, I'm fully in support of it.
Thank you.
I'm a little jealous, you know, that I don't get to do it too.
That's okay.
But you know, maybe one of these days I might go to graduate school. I might finish my degree at Howard. You know, you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I want to say that because somebody wrote in, and I went to work for y'all.
Yes, you did.
So ooh, I didn't say her name already. Make sure I
Oh,
can't say
Lord.
her name because you know people be like, "Don't say my name."
She done in the witness protection program, and you done.
Oh shit! You
Oh,
gotta bleep that.
Lord, Chris! It said 256. I'll remember it.
Okay.
Lord Jesus.
Write it down. Can you write it down?
Just write 256.
Listen. Yeah. Okay. So.
She in the witness protection,
Right.
Jesus.
She said she's gonna go by Marie. Listen, because please just bleep it out. Damn, I was really trying to get like through this episode with no bleeps.
Nope.
Damn.
We are 3 minutes in. No, we was 256 in, and you fucked up.
God, man. Okay.
God.
Funny.
So Marie writes in and says, first of all, love the podcast, love everything that y'all do and stand for, and just really admire the light and love. I love when y'all start praising us before y'all even get to the question.
I know.
Like,
Y'all are beautiful.
Y'all are so nice. I love y'all so much. She said, love all the admire the light and love you all passed on to all of us Black artists and theater practitioners. Which brings me to my question. I am currently a sophomore. Currently a sophomore at a well-renowned theater school in the U.S. Okay, that's why she don't want her name.
Oh, okay, because she don't want
I
people
am
to
one
know.
of 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 Black stage managers in the entire program. In my class of 40, including SMs, lighting, sound, costumes, scenics, and technical directors, there are only 3. Again, 1, 2, 3 Black people. And we, along with 2 Southeast Asian lighting majors and 1 Chinese sound major, are considered the most racially diverse class in our school's history. Y'all have so many guests of color on the show and have spoken beautifully from a performance or a writer's perspective. I want that same kind of treatment for those of us behind the scenes. We often get left out of the conversation because so little of us exist.
Yes.
The only Black stage manager I can think of is Cody Renard, and while I'm positive from his Instagram that he's doing the damn thing, he shouldn't be the only one my memory or Google searches can call upon.
Come on.
Would y'all consider having other Black stage managers or theater practitioners in general come on the show and talk about their craft? Well, Marie, listen, I felt that with my heart because she ended it with, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And I felt that wholeheartedly. So thank you for inviting us to your TED Talk and writing
Yes.
in. And we need that. So I went to work as soon as I heard that, as soon as I read this, and I said, let me hit up my people that I know.
Yes.
And Tiffany was there and she was available. And
Yes.
Tiffany's
Yes.
working on Broadway.
Yes.
Right now. So tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about your background and where you come from. We know you came from HU, Howard
You know.
University. But we know that you also, have done many other works, national tour. So I'm gonna let you. I want to like go off on you, but I'm gonna let you do it.
All right. So I'm from Philly, born and raised.
Yeah.
And I actually, my background's in dance. And when it was time to go to, when it was time
You see this body?
when it was time
Yes, I
to go.
do. Yes, I do. And if it was for me and in my life,
Go away.
I would treat it with such care.
Go
I
away.
appreciate that.
Please leave us alone.
Listen.
But it was a dance background. And when it was time to go to college, my mom said, no, you can't do that. She was like, you need to figure out something else. She was like, because if you want to go ahead and be a dancer, you can be a dancer, but you need something else to do in the event that you get injured. So theater was a thing. She was like, you can do theater if you want. So I was like, okay. And so I went to Howard for to be a theater technician. I thought I wanted to be a set designer. And it took me until my junior year to realize I couldn't draw a straight line. So I couldn't at all. Like, I couldn't.
That's funny,
It just was never.
I couldn't. And Reggie Ray was like, you need to figure out your life.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Now Reggie Ray told you like,
Yeah. This
ma'am,
ain't it, girl.
This
This
ain't
ain't
it.
it.
This ain't it.
Basically. And so it was,
Rest in peace to Reggie Ray, right?
Yeah.
R.I.P. We
Yes.
love you.
Yes.
And it's like an anniversary. It's like,
Yeah.
like 4 years.
And I've never met him, but I've heard so many great
Yeah.
things about his instruction and his teaching.
He's the
and,
reason I went to
Amazing
Howard.
man.
Wow.
Amazing man. And so he was like, figure out something else. And so it was between theater arts administration and theater education. And so theater arts administration, I was getting a business minor. So I was like, that's the place to go. So that's why I did that. And I graduated shortly after and went into, funny enough, theater education. I worked with a theater in Philly teaching kids how to write musicals. So I did that for a few years.
What theater was that?
They no longer exist.
Oh,
Praise God.
Yeah, 'cause
R.I.P.
The theater was a little questionable.
We gonna pour out some of this
Oh
Hennessy
my
for
God!
him.
Listen, there is Hennessy in the studio today, and I don't know why.
We don't
because
know why,
I'm
y'all.
on
It's just on the
I'm on a
table.
fast.
It's Chris. Chris did it.
Chris did.
Chris had a party last night with 3
Yeah.
strippers and this bottle of hen. That's okay.
I just, and I'm. This is the temptation is real.
Shata.
Because I really have been like so focused on like I got a case of wine at home that I'm not even having opened.
Look at God.
But I know that I'm not touching it for the next 90 days.
My God.
Keep
do
going.
that.
We'll talk about that later. Let's keep it moving. But yeah,
So you was teaching the kids at this
yeah.
theater
Right.
that don't exist no more.
Right, teaching the kids. And
Sorry, I didn't mean to be funny. I was just.
it's true that it doesn't exist anymore. The building, they still have like movie premieres and stuff there.
Oh, that's cute.
But yeah,
It's a
theater doesn't
multi-purpose
exist.
center now.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
And my college advisor, Charles Coward,
Yes.
contacted me and said that they were doing the black version of Cat on the Hot Tin Roof, and that Debbie Allen, who also went to Howard, was looking for us.
This is going to be a drinking game. Y'all take a shot every time we say HU. Keep going, Tiffany.
They were looking
I'm
for.
not drinking.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Because I will play.
So sorry. Go ahead, Tiffany. Debbie Allen was looking for some people.
She was looking for people that had gone to Howard to
HU.
to be in the crew and to be PAs.
Well, y'all, I just looked and saw Chris was playing the drinking game.
He's gonna be drunk.
You are
He's gonna be drunk.
Oh my God, Chris.
He's gonna be drunk.
Debbie was looking for people that went to our school. Don't say the name, so I won't say
Okay.
it. Uh-huh.
Okay, so she was looking for people, and the person that was also interviewing with me couldn't show up to the interview, so that's how I just got the gig. So I did that. Yeah, like life has happened a lot like that for me. So that happened. That kind of started my New York journey, and then shortly after that,
So what show was this?
Cat on the Hot Tin Roof.
That was the one with all the black people.
With all the
You
Yeah.
fell into a Broadway show.
I did. Well, the weirder part about that is I was a PA. PAs usually end when the show opens.
Yes.
And so a week after leaving, I got a call from the general manager that they were offering me to come back. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, and we're going to give you a raise. And I was like, what? And James Earl Jones missed me. Because I ran lines with him, and I would sit with him. And so when he didn't see me, he was like, what happened to her? So they brought me back.
Wow.
And then when I went to him to thank him, and he was like, oh, I guess I should have spoke to you first. I didn't know if you wanted to come back. I said, heck yeah, I want to come back.
James Earl Jones, like,
Yeah.
James.
Yeah, like
That
And I was like,
is.
and you got me a raise? And literally, it was a great learning lesson because I sat there for 6 months just like watching everybody work. But they were the nicest people I've ever worked with.
And what
looked
year
out
was
them
this?
all. This is 2008.
Yeah.
So like 10 years ago. And then
So at that point, what was your job title then?
I was still a production assistant.
You
but
were a
everything was
PA on a Broadway show.
everything was still done. Like it was all done. So I literally
Just
like
sat around.
how you doing? You need some
And got paid just to-
I was checking in with everybody.
Because
like,
James Earl Jones asked about you.
Yes.
yeah.
He said, "Where's my friend?"
Yeah, 'cause,
Right.
like, we would literally sit
how
all day and
old were you
talk.
then?
So in my...
That's Mufasa, girl. Mufasa said, "Where's my friend?"
Right.
Everything the light touches, she need to be here.
Right.
That's what he said. I'm done.
So
I'm
I had
excited.
to think. So
Okay.
I'll say I was like 25. I feel like...
Okay, so Tiffany's in here talking about she was 25 10 years ago, and she in here looking like a fresh 22,
It don't crack.
23.
Listen, it don't crack.
And I'm confused. I am confusion. I do not understand.
You say I'm confusion?
Yes. I am confusion.
Yeah.
Get on a t-shirt. I am confusion.
But that is amazing.
Yeah, and then from there, I fell into... Well, before then, after that, I fell into Dreamgirls, and then there was an...
Wait, pause. At this point, have you stage managed a show yet?
I mean, like, a little show here and there.
But not
I was
like-
still, like... You know, I was still PAing.
Okay,
and
keep
stuff.
going.
Yeah.
So you fell.
So I fell into Dreamgirls, and it was weird because...
Which production?
Is that the Moya Adrian Warren?
Yeah, it's that one. And it was weird because...
Wait, so just so to clarify for the audience, so Moya Angela was Effie.
Sasha Mercado, right?
Yeah.
Sasha Mercado was
Mercado.
Dina.
Yeah.
Adrian Warren was Laurel.
Chester
Yeah.
Gregory was Jimmy Early.
Yes, yes.
And then Chaz...
Oh, yeah,
there.
Chaz. What is
Yeah.
it? Oh, he's in the Color Purple with Felicia right now. Yeah.
Felicia Boswell.
Wow, such a
Wow.
small world.
So
But yeah, go
it
ahead.
is. So I fell into that, and then I became like the lead PA.
Can I just say before we move on, because that production introduced they added Listen to the musical Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at y'all for that.
Really?
That should have never
Don't
happened.
be mad at Tiffany. She didn't do
I mean,
it.
I know that you didn't do it,
Right.
but that should have never happened. A duet between Effie and Dina just was never needed.
That's your friend Beyonce. She had to get her coin. Let her get her coin.
Okay. Yeah, it's Beyonce.
It is Beyonce.
Okay, moving on.
Keep going, Tiff.
Yeah.
So I somehow became lead PA. I don't know. It happened in the interview, and the dude was like, "You'll be the lead PA," and I said, "Great." So he kept me around again after the show opened, and he was like, "I want you to get your card." He was an Asian stage manager, Ray Jin, who had issues trying to get his card like in the 50s and 60s. And he was like, "I know how difficult it can be for people of color, so I'm gonna get you your card."
It's a calling. It's an anointing on your life, Tiff.
Yeah, I mean,
It's some oil.
Yeah, I'm extremely blessed.
Put some organs right here, Chris. Put some
Extremely
organs,
blessed.
because that's a blessing.
And so he kept me, and then I subbed on the show, and then I finished out the tour when the ASM left. And from there, he took me to Memphis. I did Memphis, the musical, with him. He was like, "Come on, Tiff." And the person that was
Now on Broadway or a tour?
No, the tour.
Okay.
And the person that was I was the ASM. The person that was the SM did Motown, and then she brought me with her, so I did that. And in between things, like I did other things, like I got to because of Kat, I reached out to Debbie.
Wait, who was Kat?
On Kat on the Hudson River.
Okay, Kat.
I reached out to Debbie Allen randomly, and
Hey,
she was, and she was like,
Drink a shot.
right. And she was like, I'm doing. This is when she was as he takes a shot.
Nigga.
I reached out, and she was like, I'm doing the Mariah Carey tour when she was doing it at Madison Square Garden. So random. So I don't tell people stuff because it seems so random.
No, this is great.
And she was like, I'm doing it and I need some help. Just come. And I was like, okay. So I came and I helped her. And then a few weeks later, they were like, we're still doing the tour. She's in Foxwoods and we want you to come up and hang out with us. So like she opened that door to like doing, yeah, I did. It was the
Mariah Carey?
Yeah, it's random, right? So I was running like teleprompter and some other stuff for her and like sitting. So it was cool that I got to learn that stuff as well. So wait, I did that. I did a Motown tour, came back, did.
And that's where I met you at the Motown tour.
Motown tour.
Because my best friend Sade.
Yes, Day-Day.
Yeah, Day-Day. Yes! Day-Day, that's my girl. Yes. And she told me to tell you hello. 'cause
Yes,
I told her you were
I gotta
coming
reach
today.
out to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I met you then. Your spirit was just always so
Yeah.
warm and welcoming.
Yes.
And I had no idea your resume was this long.
It's
Like she's like, if y'all just see Tiffany, she's so nice. And
She's
like
12 years old.
Like literally,
She looks like she's
she
vegan.
looks like she's
She eats carrots and dust of angels.
like no meat,
Skin
no
is
dairy.
flawless.
Yeah.
Every time I see her,
y'all are funny.
she's Philly down.
Y'all
Like,
are
oh
Philly.
You'd be
my
like,
God.
what?
And Danya's gonna be mad that she's
Because
from Philly.
Danya is Philly downtown.
Oh my God! Like
downtown.
Have you ever met Danya?
No.
Okay,
y'all.
so
I got
yes.
excited when I heard, like, when I was like, researching and everything. I said, boo, Philly. Okay, I'm excited.
Yes.
I get really hype about
Yeah.
Philly people.
It would have been too much for us to take both of y'all
too much.
at the same
I
time.
love
Yeah.
Dear God.
I mean, it's already too much with the Howard, and then
Ain't you?
okay,
You know.
Okay, God,
Chris.
God.
Take it to the head, Chris.
There you go.
Chris is gonna be drunk. He ain't gonna be there.
Chris is drunk now.
So y'all gonna get this episode on Tuesday because it's not gonna be
And
ready.
none of the bleeps is going to be in the right
Oh my
place.
God. But I really need him to bleep that name, that first name, though.
256, he already got it. He got to bleep
Listen,
it.
I need you to bleep that first name.
This girl in the witness protection program, she like, please don't say my name.
Right, please.
And Drew was like, her name is Ashley.
I am so sorry, Marie. Oh, God. Listen, she about to get kicked out the program.
It's some strangler at home like, there she, I knew I'd find her.
We got her. I'm sorry, Tiff, but we're just so excited to have you here.
Tim, that's
I'm happy to be here.
awesome.
And so now you're working on
The Share Show.
the Share Show, who we just talked about Stephanie J. Block last week.
And I
got
told
her
her,
together.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's
Boom,
a
boom,
mess.
boom.
Right
Yeah,
now.
okay. But we are so excited for Tiffany in the Share Show. Like,
I'm
how's it
thankful.
going? How are you feeling about the process?
It's interesting because it's the first show that I've worked on that is not a predominantly black cast.
okay.
Talk
it's
about it.
The
it's a little-
dynamic.
so it's a a little different being there.
Wow.
Yeah, because that resume, that Memphis, Motown.
Cat on the Hot
And
Tin Roof.
then I
That's
worked
black.
on for a hot second, Ain't Too Proud.
Woo woo.
So
Okay. Yeah.
that's all it do. Some old black man.
Okay.
Does it. So it's like,
Okay. We have so much to talk about, but you right in the pocket with us, and I just love it. Like, I love when we can bring our folks in, and they fall right into place. I think
Yeah.
somebody else tweeted us that they love that we have guests, and they just fall right into place and come and talk to us. And just like,
we know what we do.
okay.
We're professionals.
Listen, trust us, y'all. So,
Yes.
Marie, we want, like... I have to make sure I keep saying it to redeem myself. I have to redeem myself. So, Marie, we brought Tiffany here for you, and we're going to ask you a little bit about what does it take to be a dynamic stage manager? What is the top 3 things that you need?
patience.
Patience. Why do you need patience?
Because actors ain't shit. Sorry. I'm sober, but
Actors
that's
can be a lot. It's a lot of personalities, and not only just with actors, but you have designers and you have creatives. So it's just a lot of different
Yeah.
personalities that you have to be able to work with.
And that's how I knew it wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Let me tell you how I knew it was for me at Howard. So
That it was or it wasn't?
It was not.
Okay.
At Howard, HU, take a drink. Howard players, Chris ain't got no more liquor left. We got to give him some liquor.
Here, Chris.
So the Howard players every year would take suggestions for what show to do. I went home to Atlanta and I saw this show called The Story. And I was like, oh my God, I want to be in that show. So I'm going to tell the Howard players to do that show and then I'm going to be in it. So the Howard players picked the show. Like, they had everybody submitted names and they picked my show out the hat. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to be a star. They picked the show. They did not pick my black ass to be in the show. Like, at all. And I was like, fuck all y'all. So I was like, well, I'm a stage management because I wanted to learn. And I was like, well, this will be an interesting opportunity for me to learn how to stage manage. So I lied my way into the position, told the director, Eric Ruffin, I was like, oh yeah, I've stage managed before, 3 or 4 shows. I had never stage managed a day in my life. But because I was a good actor, I lied. There were other people who were going to be stage managers in their lives. And it was me. It was me up against them. And I was like, oh no, I've done this before. Oh no, I don't.
You don't have to train me.
Ruffin called me. He was like, okay, it's going to be you. I ran to the public library
And bought.
and I bought every book about stage management that I could find. And then I went to the stage management students. I was like, oh, what books y'all got? 2 of them I had got from the library. I was like, oh, okay, okay. I studied my ass off. I got, through the whole process, the worst part was, during tech, trying to, record cues, because it was just moving too fast, and I had never done it before in my life. But, I pulled up. I make it through my first performance, and it was one of those shows where I never sat down. The cues was going. It was 400 cues, and I was, going. I came out of that booth, sweat dripping, oh my God, I have just called the perfect show. And I know they're going to be throwing roses and I know they're going to have candies and chocolates. And when I tell you it was crickets and tumbleweed, and I said, oh, bitch, I did all this work.
And nobody.
Where is my fucking.
Where's my thing?
I said, oh, this is not for me.
Yeah, there's no applause.
There's no applause?
Yeah.
There's no standing ovation?
No.
They didn't She's a star. She's supposed to be on the stage.
Yes. This is not for you.
Oh, I said, oh, not again.
Yeah, look.
When I tell you, I was so mad that people were not clapping for me. I used to get beat and come in, and I was like, well, at least they'll clap for this beat when they see me.
Okay.
They'll be like, oh, how did you call that show and you're so beat? I was a mess.
I cannot.
But I love stage management because I'm a little OCD, and I just love how much like my kit was down. Like I was just very much about the details. And Ruffin said, to my credit, that I was the best stage manager he'd had at that point because I thought like an actor.
Yeah.
And I made it a point to everything that I'm like, I wish stage managers did this. I tried to do that because actors are a hot mess. And I think it made me a better stage manager because I approached it as an actor. Yeah. I know some shit I probably fucked up, but I just wanted to hype myself that I did real good.
Yeah, like I've stage
But
managed.
patience makes so much sense. Yeah.
I've stage managed before, and I just don't have the ability to deal with so many different personalities. And I do that within my line of work now, but it's through email, so I don't have to face to face everybody.
Yeah.
But that is very hard to deal with, like people being late, coming in with all different types of smells and food and colognes, and you got to tell them about themselves, in just the nicest way possible.
Exactly. That's all day. You're just trying to figure out what to say nicely and not hurt someone's feelings.
Oh my God.
A lot of that.
Okay, so patience. What's the other two?
Compassion.
Compassion.
Yeah, because we don't know what other people are dealing with, and at the end of the day, especially being artists, like a lot of people are sensitive and have their emotions on their sleeves. So I think the best stage managers I've seen have always been willing to take sometimes what people are going through and realizing it's more important than the actual show.
Understood.
People are important.
Yes.
Yeah.
So compassion, and I guess the last one would be respect, because at the end of the day, I may be your supervisor, but I don't. At the end, we have to do this together.
Yes.
It's a team, and sometimes there are people that get power and forget that it's a team effort.
So, can you talk about one of the most difficult experiences that you've had with someone or dealing with an actor or a director or anybody in the field that you felt like you overcame, or like your biggest accomplishment in dealing with an issue?
See, this is lame because I haven't had a lot of major issues.
Because you're so nice.
So a lot of times where there are other people that complain about directors, they've been cool to me. So, or choreographers. So I've seen it. I've been in the room around it, but I haven't had to personally deal with anyone being totally disrespectful or a difficult time with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, that's good. I mean, I guess because your energy is so. I mean, I think that we read energy from people, and we can only treat them how they treat us for the most part. Sometimes people give you a little room and give you a little weird energy that you can go off the handle. But Tiffany is just so chill and quiet and cool and calm.
I just try to stay low. Chill.
Yeah, I just can't.
I just try to stay there.
I can't imagine anybody having an issue with you.
I mean, there have been times where I've been on shows and there were fights that happened, and I've watched that or been on the outside.
Nothing that you've ever had to.
I've had to really jump in. I'm just
wow,
oh, that's something.
Ooh, I got my popcorn and I'm ready.
Okay.
I have a question for you too, because I know a lot of the question we get a lot for designers, for actors, for stage managers, how do I become a Broadway stage manager? And I know there's no set way. I've talked to Cody, I know he has a very specific story that was specific to him, and yours is clearly magical and amazing. Right. But are there certain things that you should do, certain classes you should take, a major? Do you have to major in theater? Anything what are the just things that people should be aware of if stage management on Broadway is something they want to do?
I think just being able to network is the most important thing, because it's all about who you know. With I think a lot of fields, it's about who you know and where to be. I don't think there's a certain class you have to take. Most of it, I've learned more. I think that Howard prepared me.
Get to drinking, Chris.
I think that it prepared me properly. But I feel like a lot of things, it's more on-job experience. So, just being able to network. And again, it's weird because I've just been blessed. Like, I got shared, not because I knew the PSM. I knew people that were on Color Purple on Broadway, and they were telling that PSM there to hire me. He didn't need someone, and so he started passing my resume around and basically gave it to
Wow.
this.
That's amazing.
So I don't know. It's hard for me to give it.
Yeah,
back.
It's just you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Yep.
About networking, creating relationships,
Yeah.
and having probably a stellar reputation.
Right.
Because I feel
You can't
like
have not a nan
stage
hiccup.
managers ain't nobody got time for fuckery. Like actors can work and be on some mess.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But for stage management, I feel like you kind of got to be on your P's and Q's.
Because I done seen some mess in the rehearsal space.
We all have.
And I am flabbergasted sometimes when I see them in another show.
Like you still working?
How does anybody want to work with you ever again? But then they open up their mouth.
Please remind me to tell y'all a story off.
Listen.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna remember it.
Off book.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, so we're so happy to have you here with us, Tiffany. And we
I'm
thank
happy
you
to
so
be
much
here,
for giving your insight and your expertise.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, and I don't know what else I want to ask you, but like
It's gonna be more questions that's
right,
gonna pop
right.
up.
So we're just gonna go right on into our week, what we've been doing this
Look at you
week.
coming back to the form.
Okay.
Look at you remembering
Listen,
that we
see,
have a
I
form.
wasn't gonna let you cuss me out this
I'm
week.
not. I don't have to because you showed up. Praise
Right.
God.
So this week I have been. So let me tell you. So you remember how like people write into us and tell me how they want to help me and like. So I met up with 4 people this week.
Look at you.
Met up with 4 people this week. One person. I met up with one person that so Akeem. Remember I've been telling you about Akeem. So I met up with
Yes.
Akeem in person. Then I met up with 2 other people, and then I met the other person lives in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And so we began to work and curate some new content for Broadway. Like I told you, I've been just under the radar working.
Yes.
Tell me why I got one person left this week after this week.
Really?
Oh.
The people that wrote into the show,
Yeah.
and I know y'all listening. That wrote in and asked me could they help me, and I gave them a certain task, and then they ghosted me.
Oh, Casper.
Like literally, like okay, like hey, how's it going? Can I assist you? And like tell me, can you show me what you have thus far so I can assist you in completing it? And crickets.
Oh.
But this is what, and like y'all looking like, like y'all look really disappointed. But
Yeah.
I said, this is funny to me because this is what happens
Every time.
I don't know if people think that they're going to be like on the red carpet as soon as they start working with me or like they're going to be meeting somebody. I don't know what the ideas are.
Yes.
And I know that people have their own lives.
Yes.
And so I'm not mad at that. But it's
You're
also
just
like.
you're aware of what's happening.
Yeah. So it's like, y'all, I don't know what happened to y'all, but I hope y'all okay because I've texted y'all. So I'm hoping that y'all okay.
Yes.
But I thank you so much. Akeem came through in the clutch.
Come on, Akeem.
I had some work to do last night, so I gave him 2 tickets to Rated Black, which was at New York Theater Workshop. You can still catch that, I think, one more time tomorrow. He wrote a nice little review that'll come out tomorrow.
Yes, Akeem.
Akeem came through for me this week.
Princess Amunda, we fuck with you.
Yes, we fuck with you. So
Thank
yeah, I really
you.
appreciate it. So yeah, give it up for Akeem, man. Because he showed enough, wrote me like 2-3 emails saying I want to help you, and he really did.
Thank you, Akeem.
He really did. So look out for that, y'all. I'm excited about the projects that we're developing, and I'm working with I got some exposés coming too.
I'm nervous. Do I need to go in the bathroom while you release these exposés?
Well, I'm not about to talk about them today, but
they coming at some point.
Oh yeah.
Let me get my affairs in order. I ain't playing with you.
They are coming in October.
Exposé about what?
Working as a understudy on Broadway and working as a trans woman on Broadway. So there are some things that are happening that we're doing some investigative reporting.
Oh
and,
my God, I'm nervous.
don't be nervous. But we about to shake the shit up.
I know you. You always
And
shaking.
I love it.
You
love
like
it.
Kate Michelle shaking tables. I know.
I mean, I'll take that even though I'm not really.
Don't shake a table because you ready to get shot. Oh, she's shaking table.
I mean.
I love that episode with every
But yeah, so I'm excited about this, and that's what I've pretty much been doing all this week.
Okay.
I don't think I did. I went to Danye's first
Fireflies.
preview. Fireflies is now in previews, you guys. It was phenomenal.
Good.
It was phenomenal. Danye has just such a way with words.
Yes, he does.
Because I mean, I am a queer man. And Sugar in Our Wounds touched me and resonated with me in such a special way. And this is a part of that same trilogy. And it didn't touch me like Sugar in Our Wounds, but it didn't touch me any less.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
it was a different way.
It was a different way. I know so many bisexual women.
Okay.
I know so many women that are on the spectrum of sexuality.
Okay.
In certain ways, and this touched on that. For Black women, we don't get that representation. Like, when can you think about besides, Rent? When can you think about a Black lesbian woman?
Understood.
Having a fully realized, fleshed out story.
Gotcha.
And not attached to a white woman.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this was just powerful in the words and in the way it was discovered that this was what was happening. I don't know if I'm not telling the story. Okay, I'm not telling it. Because, yeah, I'm not telling it. Okay, because I just did make sure I wasn't, like, giving away any of the surprises. But yeah, it was just so beautifully done. And I'm just proud of Danye. You know, like, when you see your friends winning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't it feel like it's you too?
Yes.
Like, oh my God. Like, I can't even believe it. So I'm really proud of him. I'm not gonna cry, but I'm really proud of him. And I want you guys to go check out the show and go check out the beautiful work that's happening at Atlantic Theater Company.
Yes. Because it's the first play produced by a Black queer man
on the main stage
at that company ever.
Black man, period. Black man has not been
produced on that stage.
Only person that's been on the main stage that was Black, I think, was Dominique Morrison for Skeleton Crew.
That's it.
Making
history.
Making history. Come on. So I'm really excited. So go check that out. The play was phenomenal. And I walked with Danye and Brandon, his husband. Walked with them afterwards, and Danye was just in his head thinking, like, I need to do something else. Like, it's not sitting for me. I said, well, what is it, Danye? He said, I don't know, but something is not doing it for me.
Okay.
And I said, well, I think it's very beautiful. He wants to cut some things. He wants to do something, but it was just so nice to see him. He was in his feelings about it. And just to see him working through that and, trying to figure out exactly what to do to make his piece, his work better, his art, because it's going to represent him.
And he's growing and evolving and moving and changing.
Yeah, like, it gave me some feels. And I'm really just, it's a two-hander. And for them two people just to get on that stage and do the work that they've done, it's beautiful. And I saw the very first night, the first time they've had an audience. So I know that once we go to opening, it's going to be, even further along. And so I can't wait. I'm so excited. So go check it out. Fireflies, Atlantic Theater Company. My boy Danye Love.
That's awesome.
So what about you, Amber?
This week I was, she was working. She was booked.
Oh, speaking of booked, everybody that emailed. Every single person that emailed, DM'd, Twitter, Instagram, y'all all got it right.
Oh, they all figured out the
They
show?
all got it right.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to just buy the book and send everybody one page from the book. So y'all, because all of y'all got it right.
So Tiffany, I posted a pic I did a reading of a show, and it was like, you can't tell the people what it is,
right?
But you can post pictures as long as you don't say anything. So I asked the people if they guessed what show it was, and it was just a picture of 5 Black women. I'll tell Tiffany what it was later. But it was just 5 Black women who sing.
Well, because everybody read that, you said you gave the clue.
I gave
caption.
A very tiny clue if you were smart in the caption of what it was.
Boy, everybody
guessed. Right?
I mean, literally, 25 emails. Just, is it this? Is it that? Is it this?
And he said if they got it right, he was sending the copy of the Black Broadway book, which is like a coffee table, a coffee table, serious
which is great.
book.
Yeah. And if the person that did win, I am going to send you the book. I emailed you and let you know. So thank you so much. I don't remember the name of the person, but I did email them and let them know you got it first. So
love.
Yeah, but they were not playing.
They were ready.
They wanted to know.
They were ready. They saw those
Am I right? Am I right?
That's hilarious.
Listen, don't tell nobody else though.
I'm not gonna do that no more. We're not gonna do that no more.
We can't do that no more.
So this week I can talk about this one because this wasn't closed, and I got to work with 5 more phenomenal throats. It was Aisha Jackson, Tiffany Mann,
it was some of the
Rima
same
Webb, Tamika Sonia Lawrence. The funny thing is,
did they just bring in?
The funny thing is, so we were in that reading, and the readings overlapped. So 3 of us had to miss the first day of this new one, but we didn't know about each other. So we went home. They sent out the rehearsal sheet, and I looked and I said, "These heifers didn't tell me." And I came in the next day I guess all right. And it's so funny. If I wasn't doing my next little shop, me and Rima would be doing another one together. It's funny. It's like the summer of Black Girls Working. But this was a reading of Fly, which was done at Dallas Theater Center. It's like
Omar Tyrese Fly?
No, not Omar Tyrese Fly. This is white people. Okay. This is Peter Pan Fly.
I was going to say Fly Girl. Like
no,
it's coming to...
I read that so many times.
With the 2 Ys? F-L-Y-Y. This is not Fly Girl.
Right. Oh my God.
This is Peter Pan. This is white people. But it was a good time. Jeffrey Seller directed it. If you all don't know, he produced Rent and Hamilton. Yes, and they've been working on Fly for like 10 years apparently. And
You said who? Jeffrey Seller.
Jeffrey Seller, yes,
Oh, okay.
Mr. Hamilton and Mr. Rent. He directed this, and the music was Kirsten Childs, who wrote Bubbly Black Girl, and
Who also did that Bella the Tall Tale
yes,
with the booty that was removed and thrown off the bridge.
He was brilliant. Bill Sherman, who wrote the music, he produced some of everything.
Wait, did you just say what was brilliant?
Kirsten Childs.
Oh, okay, yes.
She's
okay.
great. Like, I love her.
Oh, okay, got you. Yes.
Shut up. Kirsten Childs. She wrote Bubbly Black Girl.
I just needed the clarity.
Shut up. And the music was by Bill Sherman, who has done a million things. My favorite thing is he's the MD of Sesame Street.
Yes.
And my bucket list, is to sing a song on Sesame Street. And before the show, before the reading, I was like, okay.
Did you slide that in there?
I was like, I literally have to say this now because we have not, because we has not.
Right.
But if you need, I will sing the TQPRN. I will sing a song about turtles. I will sing a song about jelly beans. The letter of the day, the number of the week. I don't give a. I just need to do it. He's like, we'll make it happen. And I was like, y'all, if that man calls me and I get to sing the song that
Listen.
I'm on a call.
If I meet Elmo,
I got a new way to walk. Walk.
Y'all don't understand.
Listen, I would die.
If I get to sing on Sesame Street, so everybody
would
just
die
keep
for
your
you.
fingers crossed and kiss your prayers up. Because I had been doing my good singing. I had made sure I did my good
Yes.
singing.
Come on, you came in warmed and ready.
Listen, at 10 a.m. she was singing the high C's. She didn't care. And the funny thing was,
I can't.
let me tell y'all how being an eavesdropper, how being a nosy Nancy will get you farther in life.
Yes.
I was eavesdropping by the water cooler, and I heard him say that it was his last day on the workshop, and it was the second day. And I was like, Amber, you got to do it right now, because he's not going to be here tomorrow. And I slid that thing right on there real smooth.
Listen.
Y'all,
You got to know how to play it.
Listen to me.
Yes. This is why I love Amber.
Listen.
See, I can't have everybody around me.
Y'all.
You got to know how to play it.
Listen.
You got to play your cards right.
I said that was God speaking to me. He said he is leaving, Amber. That means you need to slide on in there.
Right.
And ask for what you want.
Listen.
So, fingers crossed, I'm going to be singing on Sesame Street.
You will.
Yes, you will be.
Thank
I'm
you,
excited
guys.
for it. I'm
Thank you,
already
guys.
I can't wait.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my God, I love it.
But yes, it was a great time. Them Black girls was singing. It was, what's his name? James Iglehart was Hook.
Okay.
Taylor Iman Jones was Wendy, who is in Head Over Heels. It was actually an amazing room. Olivia Puckett, who is in Dear Evan Hansen. It was like a million brown girls in there.
Right.
Everybody was singing. I love to Aisha Jackson because her grandfather passed away. He was transitioning during our last presentation, so she wasn't able to do the last one, and then he passed away the next day. So we just want to send love out to Black Broadway Princess. We love you, Aisha Jackson.
Aisha Jackson's in Frozen, and she's the
she
Black
is.
Honor. In that show. So, sending out love
but
to her.
it was a great week, and just to work with some great people in a good room.
That's what's up. I love that.
It was a good time.
Tiffany, what was your week like this week?
Rehearsal
Rehearsal for the share.
Yeah, that was it,
Yeah.
really.
So
Yeah.
do you think you're going to, I guess can I ask you that? If you gonna like the musical, do you think you're gonna enjoy?
Well, we did a out of town tryout in Chicago, and so it's a little different than then. So I think it'll be, if you like Cher, then this is a great show to see, and the music is catchy.
Wait, I don't even know what the last thing. Okay, y'all, listen. We had to take a moment.
I had to go to the bathroom.
Amber had to go to a
My
bathroom,
bladder
and we
is
just had to take a moment.
Yep.
Chris will know what to do. Chris
know what to do.
Yeah.
It's Chris, because Chris had been drinking, y'all.
listen. Okay.
Chris was drunk. That was the emergency. Chris got drunk, and we had to take
God today.
Chris was pressing all the buttons.
Y'all, if these walls could talk. My God.
But we just go right, move right on, right?
We are going to move
We gonna
right
move on to
to
hot topics.
Yes.
There we go.
My God. This week has been a little much.
Yeah.
We've been up and down this week. And if I could turn back time. Listen, if I could turn back time, y'all, I just
That was real good.
okay. We are. So let's just start with because I like to get the sad stuff out the way first, so we can keep laughing. And honestly, if I could turn back time, this is a person that I would love to bring back. Roger Robinson passed this week, and if you don't know who Roger Robinson is, you are doing yourself a great disservice. Such a talented actor. Willie Dynamite, he was in that movie. He was, on Broadway. He's done a lot of August Wilson's works. He won a Tony in 2009 for Don't Get Me the Lion.
Is it Jim? Is it
No, it's not Jim.
It's one of them ones I'm not gonna remember.
I can't think
my brain
at the
is
moment.
slow.
At the moment, I know.
Don't worry,
I know the
I'll
name
put
of it. Because I just posted the video, but he wanted to Joe Turner.
Joe Turner,
Turner's
thank
come
you.
and
I
gone.
knew it was.
And yeah, I'm saddened by it because he was such a dynamic artist, and I saw him the last time I was able to speak to him was when I saw Dolphins and Sharks. At I can't think of the company, but Dolphins and Sharks. He was there at the same show that I was at, and I looked over and I said, "Mr. Robinson," and he stood there. And he said, "Yes." Like, nigga, what? But he was just nice. He was a nice guy. Didn't know me from a grain of salt, but took the time to speak, and I was in awe because I'm like, oh my God, it's Roger Robinson.
Yeah.
But Tiffany, I know that you have personal experience and you worked with him.
Yeah, his last show
Wow.
that he did. Some old black man. It's the same playwright that did Dolphins and Sharks. James Taylor.
Yeah, you know.
That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We know him.
But who also went to Howard.
Ain't you? You know, Chris.
And
Bottoms up, up.
That's the name of this episode, the Ain't You Drinking Game.
But yeah, Roger was an awesome guy. Like, he always came in to work hard. He was always ready, prepared. I wish everyone could be a little like Roger.
Hello?
Robinson.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't in the best of health when we started, but he still was there and pushed through every day.
Wow.
So, and just listening to the stories, I mean, he was friends with James Baldwin. So listening to
Right.
the stories of that and August Wilson and everyone else that he's worked with, it's just, he was like an encyclopedia of black theater.
Wow.
So
Is there any moment that you shared with him that you will always remember or distinctly recall?
yes, it was outside of rehearsal. When we were in LA rehearsing, because he was doing the crossover episode of How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, because he played her father.
Viola Davis's father. But he was also in on Broadway with Viola Davis in
Not Fences, the other one?
Not Fences, the other one with Brian Stokes Mitchell, I
Yes,
believe.
yes.
Why can't I never think of the plays on my when I need them?
It's okay. We gonna Google it.
Was it Seven? Is that Seven Guitars? That's not Seven Guitars. No.
It's
Oh,
not
God,
Jitney.
I
It's
can't.
not. No. We gonna figure it out.
Right. I'm about to just Google it real quick.
Yep.
But go ahead, Tiffany.
And he was tired, so he would like shoot all day and then come in and rehearse with us.
Oof.
And so he was tired, and we would drive back to his.
It's okay.
I got nervous. We would drive back to his hotel, but we would have dance parties like in the car to make sure that he like would stay up the whole time.
Oh, wow.
So like I think that's like my favorite memory with him. And,
That's
I mean,
so sweet.
That is
my
what's
favorite
up. I
one.
love that. And it was Seven Guitars.
It was okay. Good. We did good.
And Viola Davis only has done August Wilson plays on Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's never done anything else but August Wilson work. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
But in Seven Guitars was, Ruben Santiago Hudson, Roger Robinson, Tommy Hollis, Viola Davis, Rosalind Coleman, Keith David, Michelle Shea.
Everybody.
You need to know every
single
one
name.
of those names
Yes.
on there. Like, those are pioneers.
Yeah.
And Roger is that.
Yeah.
He is a staple. And it's just so, it's weird to me that the pioneers for black theater do not get the recognition that they deserve.
Yeah.
The Broadway lights ain't about to go out for Roger Robinson.
And he got a whole Tony at the house.
Yeah.
You don't know how long I was Googling the other day, like, what are
what
the
is
rules?
happening? Right.
And
Who gets to decide?
The rules aren't published because they don't want us to know.
Exactly.
But honestly, it's a group of people who like sit in a room and decide whether or not you're worthy.
Wow.
And because he probably only did August Wilson work, got one Tony for a show that then white people didn't see, ain't nobody they ain't gonna flicker a light. They ain't gonna light a match.
Like, he gave his life
He got
to
a
the
whole
stage.
Tony.
He did.
And he even said in his
did.
acceptance speech that it took him 40-something
Yeah.
years to get there when he got it in 2009.
Yeah.
So I'm confused.
And they say apparently, like, people have to submit the names, like enough people have to submit it, but that would mean enough white people
have to know who he is. And they
don't know.
They never gonna know.
Don't know.
Oh, that hurts my heart.
I know.
So bad.
I was
really,
Googling
really
all day, like, what are the rules?
Because
I never know what the rule is. I thought at least you got a Tony. That means you could, but no, no.
Well, this is the week that I started to like get back into trying to work again, and so I saw that, and as soon as I found out, and I had confirmed that it had happened, I posted it. But it didn't get out into the mainstream media until 2 days later, because I kept looking to see, like, okay, well, when are they going to say something about dimming the lights? Or are they going to try to dim the light at one theater, maybe the August Wilson Theater?
Right.
Like,
at least
something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is where I get consistently disappointed with the Broadway community, because they don't respect us. They don't respect what we bring. They want to use us all day long for press options. And I even just had a tweet about that too, talking about black theater actors are used as understudies for roles, but never really given the opportunity to shine unless it's going to sell the most tickets. And we're just not respected. This goes back to the Great Common situation. It's a respect issue more than a race issue. And I don't know if you don't respect me because of my race, or you don't respect me because of you don't think that I'm as talented, or whatever the issue is, but the respect is lacking.
Yes.
And that is just disappointing. Like, come on, Broadway League. Like, what the fuck?
We gotta do better.
Like, for real. Like, I can't take it.
We gonna speak your name here, though, sir.
Hello,
we
Roger
gonna speak your
Robinson.
name.
Okay, so yeah, we love you, Roger, and we thank you so much for all that you've contributed to the theater community and all of the knowledge, and you will not be forgotten. You will not go unmissed. So we thank you so much. I mean, he was a 2009 Tony Award winner. He just did so.
He did a lot.
Much. I'm just repeating myself because I can't even.
Yeah.
That's anger. Like, that's frustrating. But yeah, so just a moment of silence for Roger Robinson. Thank y'all so much. We're gonna move on to the next hot topic, but ain't nothing hotter than that, because I'm hot. I'm hot right now. So there's going to be another thing that I was looking at. There's going to be a Basquiat musical. It's in development right now.
Now, who developing it? Is it?
Well, I'm actually not mad at this. This is John Baptiste.
Oh, right.
John Baptiste
doing the
is
music.
He's the band leader at the Colbert Show, the late night with Colbert. So he's doing the music with it, and he's writing the music and the lyrics. And then I believe John Doyle, who did The Color Purple, is going to be directing the show. Now, I'm tired of these white directors taking opportunities to tell black stories. This is where you should, Michael Arden, I enjoyed working with Michael on Preacher's Wife. I enjoyed working with him. However, I still think there is room for us to allow black people to tell black stories. Yeah. You don't know anything about the church. You didn't live this church experience. You don't know anything about Basquiat's art and what it did for him as a human being, as a black man, and how it resonated for black people. You do not know. And there's no way that this white British man from across the pond is going to tell me that this experience, that he can direct this experience. And truly, and I've even heard, down the grapevine, like, John Doyle trying to tell Color Purple people how to do church. Like, how you giving direction on how to do church when you ain't never lived it? Yeah. And this is my experience, but you're telling me I'm wrong. That's infuriating. So these white directors keep taking these experiences. We're going to have to, I don't know if we're going to have to start picketing on the line, but, like, what are we going to do? Because, all the people that care are trying to work. All the people that care about these issues want to work in the business. Right. And so it's like, how can we make any progress when everybody trying to play to get along? Like, trying to, just get along to get along.
I hear what you're saying.
Like, that's disappointing. And even if you do make a ruffle a feather too, that could end you. Like, it could end you. It's
like, it feels like just the biggest catch-22.
It is.
Because it's only a handful of black directors out here who have reached that level where they are respected enough to be given certain opportunities. But it's like, since there's only 3 of them, like, what do you do? Like, I don't know how to fix it.
Maybe we need to start inviting maybe a white person in here and just give them a section. They can't stay the whole time, but they can get a section of the they can get a section of the portions of the show, so we can start asking these questions and start, because we can call the Broadway League and get somebody down here from there, or call I don't know, Carol Rothman at Second Stage, or somebody that are in the positions to make the decisions.
But I feel like we probably know all the answers. You know what I mean? Like we know what it is.
Like, yeah.
But how to fix it is what we don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's going to take the powers that be to fix it. Like,
and the thing is, the powers that be don't see it as a problem.
They
So
don't.
there's nothing to fix.
ooh, Jesus.
You know what I mean? They're filling their diversity quota. They got their one August Wilson show in their season, or their Dream Girls, or their Sister Act. Like, they don't think it's a problem. So there's no one out here doing the work to fix something that doesn't need to be fixed.
Yeah. My God. Okay.
Yep, we still working. We still in the bushes.
Well, with this Basquiat musical, according to the press release, producers Alan D. and Barbara Marks have access to Basquiat's art and personal archives. A title and premiere date for the musical have not been announced. In a statement, Batiste said, I want people to leave this show inspired to create. I want them to not only learn about Jean-Michel Basquiat, an innovator, but to also feel the visceral thrill of the creative process and to deepen and discover their own creativity. His sisters, John Michael's younger sisters, added in a joint statement, over the years, many people have approached us about telling our brother's story on stage. But having discussed this project with the Marks over many months, our interest was piqued once we understood that their approach to telling our brother's story treats his life, his art, and his legacy with respect and passion. With John Batiste and John Doyle leading the creative team, we are thrilled with the possibilities. We cannot wait to begin the development process. Broadway is a new world for us, and we're looking forward to sharing our brother's life and art. It's a new world for y'all, so y'all don't know that John Doyle shouldn't be directing the show.
Help, good night.
You don't know, and that's
Move.
okay. That's okay, but somebody's going to have to tell you, so I'm going to be writing a stern email
I can't take it.
to the two. You think I'm not?
I know you will. Oh, no, I didn't. I know you. I
I'm
know
going to
you.
be writing a stern email
I know you very
to
well.
the estate of John
I can't.
Basquiat
It's not the
to
estate.
let them know. Yes, to let them know that the decisions are wrong. You are misinformed.
Help me, God.
I mean, you're already taking a chance on somebody that's never written a Broadway musical.
Help me.
That's true.
You're already taking the chance. I mean, they gave it to Sarah Bareilles, and she did amazing. They gave it to, a couple other people. Cyndi Lauper did amazing. And the fact that they're taking a chance on John Batiste, I am here for that. But there are Black Tony Award-winning directors. Are there not? Like, let me make sure I'm not talking out the side of my neck. Black Tony Award-winning directors.
Kenny Leon.
Dorsey.
Dorsey Wolf.
Who just celebrated birthday this week.
Ruben's Tony, is it for acting or directing?
Ruben is for acting.
Acting? Okay. So we
Yeah.
got Kenny, we got George.
But even still, he's a Tony Award winner that can
is.
direct.
He is.
Yeah.
Right. And Jitney won.
Yes, she did.
So, boom. So
Okay.
he is a Tony
We got
Award winning
3.
director. Yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking, I know a couple others, but they're not alive. So, alive, that might be. There's nominated, like Lisa, Tommy.
Lisa Tommy, yep.
Um,
And once she was the first Black woman.
yeah, I think she was.
See?
That's disgusting.
But
Why so many just first in 2000?
Mm-hmm.
Like this? It doesn't
yeah.
make any sense.
because
Yeah.
this wasn't built for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't built for us, and they really don't want us here for real.
Good Lord.
Unless it's making them a coin. So,
Let's move on. I need some light.
you know,
this is
I
getting
mean,
dark.
they sending all the Black people out of Hamilton onto the tour instead of actually on Broadway.
If you don't change the subject,
I'm just saying of what I
there
see.
you go. Every episode, you got to bring it up.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying, but like, I ain't lie. So yeah, we're looking forward to the Basquiat musical. And we also looking forward to all our little celebrities coming to Broadway with American Son. So Kerry Washington's going to be in American Son.
She bringing every Negro she know with
Listen,
her.
and I'm about to call Irene.
She said out of ooh ooh ah. She said, "Get in line, motherfuckers. Get in line."
I'm about to call Irene Gandy because they got everybody over here. Shonda Rhimes, Gabrielle Union. So many people are producing
Jada
the show
Pinkett
now.
Smith.
Jada, like,
There was
what?
another Black man. I ain't even know him, but I said props to you, my brother.
Well, that's Kerry Washington's
Boom.
husband.
Boom. It was another. No, it's not him. I know
not
him
him?
because he cute. It's another person. It was another man on that picture, and I was like, "Oh, who is you? Is
Listen.
you single?"
So yeah, we're excited about that. Like Shonda Rhimes coming to Broadway. Like,
Yeah,
she's
that's gonna be
produced a theater
awesome.
company out in LA. She had a theater company out in LA. We talked about that maybe like a year or so ago.
But I was talking to somebody about this, and there's got to be a way to tap into that. And this is no tea, no shade to anything happening at American Sun, but we need that star power behind these other shows that don't have stars in them.
Right, and that's what I also said. I was thinking to my mind, like, y'all got all this money for this Broadway show, but what about the rest of the shows that gonna come after that? Like, why don't you just
Spread the
pull
love around.
Yeah,
Shonda could do
come
that one
on.
by her dang self.
Hello?
Like, we need on these
Why is there
grassroots.
so many of y'all on one show?
And no offense, but like not just because it's stars and it's Kenny. Like, we need the ones where ain't no stars, but
Right.
it's a strong book
Right.
and it's a story we can get behind and we believe in. Like, that's when we need the
Right.
star power, the shuffle alongs and such.
And I know that all these stars got more money than,
All of us combined.
Right.
Yeah.
And Danielle Brooks is producing Ain't Too Proud. And I know
Yeah,
they all got more money than her. So how is she the lead producer on that show?
Listen.
Like,
We
that don't
gotta
make sense.
We gotta start coming together, y'all, for real.
And
real.
JD ain't been to Broadway since
Fela.
Fela. Like, come on now. What's really good?
We just gotta get our hands dirty.
So Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade are also on the producing team. It's going to star Kerry Washington and Stephen Pascal in a story tackling among other subjects, race and law enforcement.
Yeah. We need it though. I ain't mad at it at all. Quote me right.
The additional co-producers announced also include NFL player turned actor.
Don't try it. Don't try it. You're not gonna do it. Say Kerry Washington husband.
Kerry
I don't want to
Washington
see you botch this up.
And businessman and author Steve Stout.
That's who I didn't know. Steve Stout.
The play is produced by Kerry Washington's Simpson Street, Jeffrey Richards, Rebecca Gold, and Will Trice. It's written by Christopher Demos Brown and directed by Tony winner Kenny Leon. It stars Washington and Pascal as estranged parents of a missing teenage boy brought together in a Florida police station when the boy's empty car is found during a traffic stop. Oops. The ad just
I'm
went
so
pop
glad
up.
it wasn't nothing naughty.
Oh, no, this is the ad in the article.
Praise God.
Yeah, so this should be, interesting thing, and I'm about to call Irene because they need to come on here and let us know what's going on and give us like a little exclusive or something. Can we get Kerry Washington? I know she told us we ain't gonna get Kerry Washington, but
Maybe we can get a husband.
right, hello, hello.
Hello, sir.
Listen,
I'm kidding.
I just want to be in the mist.
Get out of here.
So that should be cute. Like, I'm really excited about that. Like, it should be a good little number. The show starts previews October the 6th.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep, this week. And the opening night will be November the 4th. It's only a 16-week run. It's limited engagement. So that's probably why they put the money at.
Yeah, because they know.
They know.
Because those are hard to recoup.
Yeah.
Ain't enough time or seats.
And that's probably why it's so many of them.
Yep, makes
Yep.
sense. We understand, y'all. We
get
understand how
it,
the
like,
business
we
works.
get it, but
we
like-
just want to spread the love around. That's all.
Right. I mean, and I get it that, you might, it's hard to recoup money on Broadway. Like,
Yes.
a lot of people lose money. It's about the experience of working on Broadway. And that's a hard pill to swallow. The show takes $20 million, $15 million to make. Like,
I had just asked Tiff earlier. I was like, "Can you think of an original black Dear Evan Hansen that was commercially successful? Like, no names, original story, starring black people that was a success. The closest I could think, which weren't successful, were Passing Strange and Carolina Change.
And I mean, even though they're successful beyond Broadway.
Exactly. But like
not-
ran for more than a year. And we don't
No,
even
we don't
have
get-
one in the last how many years?
And that's what infuriates me even more because we do not get the chance to fail.
No.
Bright Star.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
That's true.
Amazing Grace. All this foolery.
Yeah.
Like, the best thing about Amazing Grace, though, was the water. Like, they were swimming
That
around.
was sexy.
That was
That was
really
sexy.
sexy. I need somebody else to do that. That was
sexy.
really good. But we don't get the chance to fail, and there's so many different things happening on Broadway. Like, name me a show like. Well, I'm not gonna do it.
Don't, because I don't know where you about to go, and I don't know what I need to do.
I'm not gonna do it.
I just grab my purse. I will get out of here quick.
Well, and I work at MTC.
I
right?
know you do.
So I work at Manhattan Theater Club, and they just opened a show called The Nap on Broadway.
What are you about to say? Chris, get your finger ready.
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm not about to say anything. I just
Okay.
I don't know anything about the show, and I'm wondering why it's gone to Broadway.
I hear you.
I'm also like, they even offered me free tickets, and they couldn't pay me to register for the tickets.
me, Lord.
They couldn't
Help
pay
me,
me
help
to sign up
me.
to go and see the show. Like, I was just like,
Help
oh no, I'm not going to see
me.
this, and I work here.
Sometimes though.
Like, I work here. Now you know I showed up to the opening night party though. Okay.
I don't
I did an Amber Iman.
First of all, shut the hell up.
I slid right on through.
First of all, shut the hell up.
A good buffet, you know.
Listen, if I'm out and it's 8:30 and it's a party, well, I might as well go. I'm already out. My face is already beat.
Now, why weren't you at George C. Wood's birthday party?
Why wasn't I?
Yeah.
When was it?
This was on Thursday?
Probably because I was working. And I had strep throat too. Don't tell nobody.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he celebrated birthday this week. And everybody was in the room.
I'm sure they were.
Ridiculous. And yeah. Anyway.
I love George.
Yeah, so that's happening. Let's move on because I'm getting mad. I don't even know what I'm getting mad about right now, but like I just feel it.
Okay.
So what else am I looking at? What else did I miss this week? Oh, Denzel Washington is helping to restore August Wilson's childhood home in Pittsburgh, which I think is like really great. It costs like $5 million.
Hey.
But I think it's necessary because that's a piece of history that we need to have. Washington, who brought Wilson's Pulitzer Prize-winning play Fences to the big screen in 2016, led a $5 million fundraising effort to renovate the August Wilson house along with Washington. Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry pledged $1 million each to the project. Shonda Rhimes, Spike Lee, and Samuel L. Jackson also made a financial contribution. Renovations are set to be completed in 2020. The house will then become a center for art and culture.
Yes.
That is like,
thing.
I love it. During a special ceremony on Wednesday, the Washington says it is a privilege and an honor and a responsibility and a joy to play a small part in keeping him alive. And I think that's just so beautiful. We need to keep him alive. So,
yes.
Yeah. So that's. Am I missing anything as far as Hot Topics are concerned?
Kinky Boots is closing.
Oh yeah, Kinky Boots is closing. They're going to be closing.
It's like April.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we do got a little while. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's we need a new show. It's time.
Yeah.
You know, everybody then came through there. Wayne and Todrick. You know, we didn't see y'all.
Tim, Tom,
there.
Pete, and Paul.
Yeah,
Everybody done been through.
And so we love that. You know, I was trying to think, is there anybody else that I would have liked to see in the role of Lola?
I never saw Billy, so he can come back one more time. But other than
You
that,
didn't see Billy?
I never saw him.
Oh my
good. He was
God!
amazing.
I never did. I was wilding. I think we were rehearsing for Shuffle at the same time, and we had just started rehearsing. He was like, "I got $150 tickets," and I was like, "Oh, I'm still poor. Never mind." So I missed it. I was still poor. I hadn't got enough checks yet, but yeah, I wanted to see it.
Well, look how the tables turn. You're no longer
Shut
poor.
up. I mean, I'm still a little poor, but praise God. Keep moving.
But yeah, so Kinky Boots is closing, but I'm like thinking like, I wonder if would ever do Kinky Boots.
Oh.
Do you think that his?
I like him, but I wouldn't go to see
puts him in that.
Yeah.
I feel like he wouldn't.
Do we need to bleep?
Tiffany done been a guest for 2 minutes and she already got a bleep. I think we should bleep that. It's no disrespect. I don't want it to get misconstrued.
Yeah,
Right.
No.
Any disrespect.
So bleep what I said too. Like, so we just move on.
Yeah. We got any questions from the readers?
Like, and if you want to see anybody else in Kinky Boots before
Tell
it closes,
us who it is.
Yeah, tell us who it is. I mean, maybe a Norm Lewis might. Somebody different. Like,
Read a question from the readers, please.
no, we never did. I said what I said.
Oh, we did. And it's your week.
No,
you got
it's
some.
your week.
No, I did mine.
No, you were you here last week?
Yeah.
But you didn't do it last week.
Wait, who did it last
Donnie did it
week?
last week. And so it's now your turn.
No, when did I just done it? I just did. What did I just do?
Did you just do it? Or was it? So it's my turn?
I can't remember. Who was the last one? It wasn't it was Drew
No,
or
it was
it is Drew?
Yellow Man was the...
Yellow Man. I did Yellow Man last. That was mine. It is yours, Boo Bear. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Well, shit.
You ain't got one, do you?
I mean, I can always, pull one out of my hat.
If you start making up a monologue right here,
I will.
some shit that LaToya Luckett was in that you saw.
of which,
No,
Cast of Snoop Dogg!
I want to see him.
the cast of Snoop Dogg.
Oh, we are definitely going.
Wait.
So I already talked to the PR rep.
Oh, no, you did not.
yes, I have.
You reached out to Linda? Or
Yes,
no?
I talked to Linda. I
Linda
called
tried
Linda.
to get me to do Set It Off. I heard the one about Set It Off.
Oh, we went to see. I want you to see.
Yeah.
I
Don't
loved
say
it.
we. Don't say we. That was you.
And I was
loved
like,
it.
He loved
Dang, I
that
should've
damn
done
shit.
it.
You should have done it.
should've done it.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
If she reaches out to you about this, you need to do
Yeah,
it.
well, she talked,
so we can get it behind the
she gave
scenes.
me Jacarius. I was talking to him for a moment because he does all the stuff, and then he told me that they were doing a Destiny's Child one at some point, and that they were trying to do
not
it in Australia
do
first.
do
That's what he said.
not
No lie.
do not
Y'all,
do
he
this.
got his hand out like Sealy. Everything you until you do right by me.
Listen, do not do
Honest
this
to
to
God.
me. You have no idea what you have just done to my
Oh my God.
my black theater spirit. Like a Destiny's Child.
Y'all, he about to pass out. I ain't never seen him this chocolate. He done he turned purple.
And you know.
He looked like he caramel.
You know.
And a lobster. It's like
You know
red brown.
You know, if nobody else doing it, Michelle Williams is doing it.
She gonna reprise her role.
Yeah.
Listen,
Listen,
what if it's just all about Michelle being entered into the group and like,
no.
I don't know, but he sounds really excited.
When
Of
is this
course
supposed
he
to be
does.
like,
Well,
okay.
that's the thing, because he was saying when I was talking
We got
to
an
him, it was
exclusive,
right
y'all.
before.
I can't.
It was like right before Set It Off. So they were looking for a black stage manager, couldn't find one. So Linda gave him my information, and then he was like, "Yeah, the next thing we have in line is Snoop Dogg, and it's gonna be exciting." And then after Snoop, so he didn't say like a year, but he
It
said
may
like,
be some time.
Oh
we plan
my
on doing it,
God!
yeah.
Oh,
Y'all know he gonna be there front row center.
Oh, yes, I am.
He going to all the shows.
Oh, you are
He
like,
packing his own
listen,
chicken.
Listen,
I know it.
The experience is like none other. Like
I know.
it's so black. Like we laugh, we eating, we late.
fun
Like
time.
it's so great.
It's good.
It's
That
so
needs to be
good.
on the T-shirt. We laugh, we eat, and we late. That's it.
Listen,
That's it.
I can't like.
I went to a Tyler
Not
Perry
we
show, and
late.
it was like the best thing in my life.
I
Like,
can't
this is
take
so
So
good.
fun.
It was
It's
a lot
so
of fun.
fun. Yes. Oh my
Talking
God.
back to the people.
Both of
Yes,
y'all.
like
It was
out
great.
loud.
I'm
yeah,
dead.
laughing with people you don't even
I
know.
loved it.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
it's
hate
so
y'all.
great.
Can we talk
So-
about this Snoop Dogg cast? I done
it's-
pulled up
okay,
the
okay.
flyer.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So it is now Snoop Dogg and Tamar Braxton, which we knew.
Mm-hmm.
They have added to the cast Eric Benet, Omar Gooding, Demetria McKinney, LaToya London, and y'all remember Lil JJ,
Little JJ.
who
yes.
Drew is very fond of.
He's okay. So they tried to play me and try to act like Lil JJ and grow up to be fine.
He's handsome.
like
He's handsome.
he got his dreads in. Like
He's handsome.
He alright. My
Come
life ain't
on.
changed. Like I'm looking at it, my life ain't changed.
listen,
He alright.
you don't remember Little JJ with the braids and like on the like.
Because he was on the Nickelodeon
Y'all just
show.
Google Lil JJ now so
But he
y'all
was
can see
also
him.
on like the BET show. That's how he came out. He was on a BET show. He was a comedian.
Yeah,
he was like,
he won.
I mean,
yeah, he won.
he ain't giving me Trevante Rhodes. Like he ain't, I ain't, woof, woof.
He giving you a little hood sexy, like it's hood sexy,
But how
like he
old is
trade.
he? Is he
He's
like?
a grown man. Like
Is he-
out of
He grown,
college.
yeah.
Okay.
Why is Chris Googling him? Okay, Chris.
Listen, yes, pull
Google.
him up. Okay, thank you, Chris.
We need an images of him.
Yes.
he's
Come on, like
grown.
Your life ain't
on.
changed. Look at her face. Look at her face.
Yes.
Handsome.
Come on.
He all right.
Them Jackson 5 nostrils could get every bit of me. Yes.
He's handsome.
Come on.
I'm not gonna say you. Good night. I'm done. Tiffany, what
And
you
he
about to
pledged.
say?
No, I'm saying, and he pledged. I remember it was a big thing. Like when he pledged, I feel like.
Oh, what is he? Is he a
Yeah.
Kappa? What is he? Who is
I
he?
can't remember what he is.
I think he a
remember
Q.
was
He a
big-
Q.
Oh, he is a Q.
Hallelujah.
No, thank you. Stop it.
Listen. Put the oil on me.
No.
Listen, I am here.
Help me.
Listen,
Come on, Sealy.
I will turn you out, okay? Out. OWT, I will turn
Can
you
we
out.
please move on? Help me, God.
That last picture was better.
There was a better
Listen.
picture. Thank you, Chris.
Okay, like they didn't do that flyer.
Yeah, that flyer
justice.
wasn't good. He didn't
Yeah,
look good
but
on
I was
that
like,
one.
like I could see the potential in there,
Okay.
so I knew,
Uh-huh.
I
My
knew.
God.
Yeah, so praise God for that. And I also heard that because I was talking about this, I posted it on my Insta story, and somebody from Chicago reached out to me and said, "Oh, I have a horror story about that," and she also said that Jacarius called her some years ago, and asked her about working stage managing, but he wanted her to drop everything and come like right then. And she said she didn't feel comfortable doing that with no contract, no payment negotiations or anything like. And he told her, "You're going to be sorry."
Oh.
Like almost like she would never work again. Like she would be sorry that she didn't take this opportunity.
And it was just like, okay, sir, like, you're not even union.
Help.
Yeah.
So what am I sorry about?
Can you give
There's
me
no
dental?
protections, right?
Wow.
There's no protections for me. So that just boggled my mind, but that story came to me this week. But I'm here for Jakarius and the shows that he's doing. I don't know how he's doing it.
Yeah.
But he's
By hook or
obviously
by
doing
crook,
it.
he
Right. I
doing
mean,
it.
LaToya London. Now, LaToya London is the one that did not make it, past American Idol when she should have, because it was her, Jennifer Hudson, and Fantasia. Those three
Right.
women right there during that season of American Idol were life-changing for a lot of
Yeah.
people, but she was the only one that didn't get, like, the stardom or the push.
Gotcha.
And that just boggled my mind. I mean, she's been doing theater. She did the Color Purple tour.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
She sure did.
So she's done some other things,
Yeah.
but she's not getting like she's not getting jobs, and I just wonder what that's about, because she can sing.
Again.
God's coming in God's time. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
Just gonna have fun.
I'm sad for her, because how you watch your constituents
Listen,
win Oscars
Snoop
and
Dogg
Grammys.
might get her a Tony. That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
You don't know what God has set up. Ha-ha. It's been preordained.
Listen,
Shut Because in the Bible.
Well, listen, I'm just glad that God set up a Destiny's Child musical.
I cannot.
I am beyond
Help, Lord
thrilled,
Jesus.
and like I just need to be a part. Like, can I be one of the dudes in
What
the Say
you
My
wanna
Name
be?
video? Can I, just do anything?
You
on
could be
the
in the
stu-
Soldier video.
Like,
You would
yeah,
look
like,
real good in
come
that.
on.
With the
I see
low
it.
cut season, with
Okay.
the deep way. Okay, yeah, that's you.
So, I could play the
Okay.
trade. Like, I got my sweats on today. Like,
Are you
I
done?
can play the trade. Like,
I'm done with you.
You know.
I can't.
Y'all know.
Okay, can you
Okay.
get out of here?
Yeah. So like,
Tiffany said, I see.
let me call Linda and tell her to like.
Linda,
I
make
need
it
an
happen.
audition. I need an audition for this.
God.
Like,
Make it happen.
Get them push-ups in.
if I could go on tour with Jakarius.
See, this is where this is.
Linda can make it happen.
that is a tour I would definitely do. Do you hear me? But okay, so the show was actually supposed to be in New York on October the 14th, but I called Linda and they've moved it to March, so we have a lot more time.
Wait. What?
The show was supposed to be 2 weeks from now, and it was supposed to. They moved the New York date,
And
so the New York date was supposed to be October
in
14th.
6 months.
But they moved it to March.
Okay,
now.
I'm already nervous.
I don't know why they did
Okay,
that.
okay.
But they just said they moved the New York date.
Okay.
So I don't know what that was about. Maybe it could have been venue. It could have been anything.
Okay,
You know
we'll
what I mean?
wait.
So-
We'll wait on the Lord.
Yeah.
All right.
But that gives us more time.
We don't want to rush
plan.
greatness. It'll be good. It'll
Right.
be real good.
That'll give us more time to plan, and they'll have a couple of shows under their belt. You know what I mean?
Can't.
So yeah, y'all, we getting ready for Snoop Dogg.
Excited.
No, we're
I
not.
am listen, Tiffany, we going.
Okay, I'm
and,
down.
and everybody keeps emailing and asking and like tweeting us about like what night is going to be the Broadway Black Night to go.
God,
Oh, that
Jesus.
sounds like so much fun.
Oh, we're going,
that's
but I see. I'm trying to work with Linda now, so we can have a block of
Yeah,
tickets,
I
so we
like
can all
that.
sit together.
Okay.
So, I mean, you still have to buy your tickets, but we're gonna get a
Right.
block, a section off, so we can all be like front row in the thing,
Oh,
right?
God.
I'm there for it.
It's gonna be amazing.
We're going to be able to smell the weed from
Listen,
front row.
it's gonna be amazing, man. I'm really excited. Another thing. So I'm starting a new series called Off the Beaten Path. Off the Beaten Path is a place where you can go to Broadway Black and you'll see the show of the week. So it's a show that you normally would not think of or see or have anything to do with because you just don't know about it. So Off the Beaten Path is, and these shows are like going to be cheap. They're not going to be Broadway prices. They're going to be cheap shows. So the first show is starts this week. It's October 4th to the 13th. It's by Stacey Rose. It's called The Danger, a homage to strange fruit. Inspired by the mysterious hanging death of 17-year-old Lennon Lacey in 2014 in Bladensboro, North Carolina, this ghost play follows the interracial couple, he and she, into the world of the station, a long ago abandoned rail station waiting room, an in-between place that houses black souls who left the earth in violent ways and who constantly seek their way home. So I think that it's going to be a very interesting show. All I know is this description. Tickets are $18. And actually, if you buy the tickets now before the show opens officially, I think the show is like $13 or something. So it's like $5
That's
off.
cute.
So, but it's something very interesting, something different. So I really want you guys to try to check it out. It's happening at Jack in Brooklyn. So it's at the Jack Theater in Brooklyn. Make sure you just go read more about it and find out about the tickets and the info. You can find it on BroadwayBlack.com. The Danger, a homage to strange fruit by Stacey Rose. That's The Danger, an homage to strange fruit by Stacey Rose.
Love.
So yeah, that's Off the Beaten Path this week. Let me go ahead and pull up my little monologue because we're going to do this. I said what I said.
I'm just glad you remembered the name of the segment.
Listen.
What did you call it last week? It is what it is.
Right. But why? Look, and I usually carry a script in my bag, and I was just going to pull it out and just start reading, but let me think. Oh, God.
We know it's going to be black.
Oh, of course.
We know it's going to be loud.
Is it going to be loud?
It probably is.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Okay.
You know, it might be, now you make me want to do something.
Don't pull out no Shakespeare, no black Shakespeare just to fuck with us. Don't do nothing ridiculous.
Oh, I think I got one. Okay.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Let's go with...
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because you done pulled out something that LaToya London did. Or, no, what's the other one? Who the pregnant one?
LaToya Luckett.
Luckett.
You know I like LaToya Luckett. I don't even know why you playing like she ain't.
I'm not saying nothing. I just know you finna pull out a LaToya Luckett monologue. That's all.
You know what? I can't with
It's
you.
gonna start with,
But
why? After all these years, I slaved in the kitchen.
You know what?
I cooked in the fields. I just feel like it's gonna be slave-like.
I can't.
But it's gonna be in 1992 though. But you still gonna be like, but why she sound like a slave?
Right.
Help, God.
Well, I guess I can't do one that you would never guess.
You can do anything. I like the trying to figure it out.
Okay.
Oh, Lord, I'm nervous. That means it's really going to be off the beaten path, Lord. Jesus Christ.
Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Now, okay, so I ain't read this. I just pulled this, so I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't even know what it's about.
Oh, God. This a cold read.
It's you listen. Okay.
Let's just pray ain't no words. That's going to be... Okay, never mind. Keep going.
Well, you know what?
Okay, I'm ready.
I can't
I'm focused.
Had a whole mess of men he catched. Just go out and hunting regular like you go out hunting possum. He catch you and go home to his wife and family. Ain't thought about you going home to yours. Joe Turner catched me when my little girl was just born. Wasn't nothing but a little baby sucking on her mama's titty when he catched me. Joe Turner catched me in 1901. Kept me 7 years until 1908. Kept everybody 7 years. You go out hunting and bring back 40 men at a time and keep them 7 years. I was walking down this road in this little town outside of Memphis, come up on these fellas gambling. I was a deacon in the Abundant Life Church. I stopped to preach to these fellas to see if maybe I could turn some of them from their sinning when Joe Turner, brother of the governor of the great sovereign state of Tennessee, swooped down on us and grabbed everybody there. Kept us all 7 years. My wife Martha, gone from me after Joe Turner catch me. I do know this monologue. Got out from under Joe Turner on his birthday. Me and 40 other men put in our 7 years, and he let us go on his birthday. I made it back to Henry Thompson's place, where me and Martha was sharecropping, and Martha's gone. She taken my little girl, and left her with her mama and took off north. We've been looking for her ever since. That's been going on 4 years now. We've been looking. That's the only thing I think I know to do. I just want to see her face, so I can get me a starting place in the world. The place got to start somewhere. That's what I've been looking for. I've been wondering a long time in somebody else's world. When I find my wife, that be making of my own. Yeah, that's it. I don't like it. I want to redo it.
No, you don't get to redo it.
Why?
Well, there was some clues there.
Well, yeah. So that's why I want to redo it.
I'm gonna take a stab in the dark. I'm gonna guess. It has something to do with a man named, was it Peter? No, Paul.
I can't.
Was his name Jeremiah? No, wait.
Okay, I'm doing another
His name was Joe. His name was Joe? What's his name, Joe?
I'm doing another monologue.
Wait. I feel it in my spirit. Joe Templeton, Joe Turner.
I'm doing
Joe Turner. His name was Joe Turner.
Listen, okay, we going on to the questions. We going on to the question. It was Joe Turner's come and gone. I tried to do something relevant to today because I didn't prepare. I didn't think it was. I could have sworn it wasn't my week.
But why was the third word Joe Turner?
Right, because I didn't read it. I was like, fuck.
Oh, wait.
Fuck.
I was like, oh.
Listen, okay.
We were doing so well.
Listen, like, y'all.
Just do a reader question.
It wasn't my week.
It's okay, boo-boo.
I swear it wasn't my week.
It's okay. It's
I swear it wasn't.
It's okay.
It, though.
Mm-hmm. Let's just do a reader question and get on out of here. We won't be before you long.
You know what?
Help me.
I'm disappointed in myself.
It's okay.
You know what?
Some young soul out there didn't catch on, didn't know what it was from.
Let me bypass
They still
all the
Googling.
all the Amber shows emails.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, boom, 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 boom.
Ba-ba-ba-boom.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let me make sure I can read this name.
Oh, Lord.
Woo!
Help me.
Oh, this is
Somebody we know?
no. But this person's written in before, but I'll come back to them next week.
Okay.
When we do like a questions episode, so this person's written in before. But this is a new question. So here we go. So it says, "Hi, all book family. My name is Nick Fury, and I'm a playwright, dramaturg. First off, let me say you guys are my kind of carrying on, and I love to listen to you guys while I'm working in my white office at the Radicated Repertory Theater and pretend you guys are my co-workers.
I love it.
My question is about blackface. I was recently invited to a local community theater to see a production of Lend Me a Tenor. As you know, this play is traditionally presented with two white men who appear during most of the second act in blackface under the premise that they're singing Othello at the opera. Mm-hmm. In this particular production, one of the men cast was a black man and the other still appeared in the blackface. It is a farce of mistaken identity where the two men are supposed to be taken to be the same person. In the program, there was an article written by the black actor explaining the history of blackface and why he felt it was necessary to still do the blackface in this production. I am not sure if he elected to write this or asked to write this, because that's a whole nother thing. I just wanted to know your thoughts. Do we decide that this play can no longer be produced? Do we cast only black men to play these parts now? Was this production the best way to do it? I have thoughts and feelings, but I wanted to see what other people, specifically y'all, thought. I surely do love y'all colored folk. Be your best. Thanks. Oh, okay. So, she works at a very reputable theater, so that's why it's Eradicated. The name of the theater is Eradicated.
Got it.
Well, yes, girl. Look, y'all hiring shit.
Help.
I have to go and read the play again because I'm not familiar with the text of Lend Me a Tenor that I can recall at the moment.
Lend me a tenor. Yeah, I had to think back and.
I'm not familiar with the text, so I can't really say for certain what. Whether or not I would be okay with that. And actually, yes, I can, because no, I'm just not okay with blackface in 2018. No matter what the circumstances are, I'm just not okay with that. We know better.
We can do better.
We can do better. We can find a way.
Yes.
There is a way for everything. Y'all find a way to put white people in Hamilton and every other role.
Here
but the
we
one
go.
that I'm sorry, Amber. I'm sorry. But y'all find a way for whatever it is that y'all want to do. Yeah. Like y'all finding a way to do this when you don't really need to do this. Like, who is actually saying, "Oh, I can't wait for the next production of Lend Me a Tenor"? Who is waiting for that?
No one.
So why is that even in your season when there's such controversy in the text for it? So like, no, I'm not okay with it, and no, they shouldn't be doing it.
I know.
But white people going white unless we start speaking up.
Yeah.
And so girl, this might be your case where you it's your opportunity to speak up. What y'all think?
Lend me a now I want to go back and look through Lend Me a Tenor. Because I don't know why I thought that was like 3 more tenors. It's not, clearly. I thought Lend Me a Tenor.
You know what? I cannot. 3 more tenors.
I thought that's what Lend Me a Tenor was.
Ooh, not the 3 more tenors.
I thought that's what it was like. Hey, everybody. I thought it was like the sequel. Like it was 3 more and then they needed another one.
My
so
God.
it was Lend Me one.
No.
Or like 3 more divas. I thought that's okay. So I need to do some research, but it sound wrong. I feel like I don't need the research to know that it don't need to happen.
Listen, yeah. So that's our answer, girl. It's not.
It's a
not
no.
okay.
It's a no for me.
Yeah, and we thank you so much for writing in. Write back in and tell us what happened. What do you think? You didn't say your opinion, so we want to know what you think. So write back in and tell us, Nick Fury. We'd love to have you. And I think you follow us on Twitter too, because I remember seeing that name. So
Nick
thank you so much
Fury.
for writing in. Yeah, Nick Fury.
Hey, boo.
Also, I want to shout out. This is about to close out. Here in the end, but this is part of the church announcements. I wanted to thank Nyla for sending in a email letting us know about the Black Box Project. It is a New York-based reading and workshop series for early career Black playwrights.
Ooh.
And they're launching their inaugural reading next Monday, October the 8th, 7 p.m. at The Tank. I'm giving you this free promotion only because you said that Black audience members may reserve tickets by emailing info@thetanknyc.org and giving any donation of their choice at the door. If you ain't Black, that option is not available to you.
If you ain't Black, step back.
Right. If you ain't Black, that option is not available to you. Otherwise, the tickets, I believe, are like $15 or $10 or something like that. Tickets are $15, $16.52 with the service fee online. But the playwrights this coming for their first inaugural session would be Fulton by Morgan Wardlaw and Queen Peaches by Alric Davis. And so we thank you. And I think Alric has written into our show before
Yes,
too.
he
I remember that name. So I believe that they are getting premiere for their first works, and I love that, like from some of their early works. And that's, you never know, they might be the next Danye Love.
Come
you know what I mean?
on.
So yeah, because when I met Danye was doing a web series. We were, he was doing something completely different. Even though he was a playwright, he hadn't got his name out there yet. Nobody really knew who Danye was at that time. And now 4 or 5 years later, look at him. He's
And I just have to go back and say that Alric went to Howard. Ain't you? No, Chris. Chris said I am on my
right,
ass.
he's drunk.
I
all
ain't
the liquor.
drinking nothing.
It's gone. If there's nothing left. And there's nothing left for us to tell you anymore, so we're going to be out of here. We thank y'all so much for joining us. Tiffany, you have been amazing.
Sis, thank you.
I was nervous.
Did you have fun with us?
About?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. It was fun.
So before we leave, is there any last tidbits or pieces of encouragement that you'd like to give Black stage managers out there because they wanted to hear from you?
Yes. I'm not really on social media, but I will come to social media, like if people, or they can contact me through you if they just want to
Okay.
come and talk and have any questions. And if I can,
Do you
like, pass
feel comfortable
anything
giving your
forward.
email?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so give me your email.
Okay, well, like, do it now?
Yeah, give me your email.
It's Tiffany N. Robinson. I spelled it the regular way.
Okay.
The regular
Like
yeah,
white people.
Right, basically. N. Robinson at yahoo.com.
Yeah.
And, like, if you have any
Tiffany
questions.
N. Robinson at
Yes.
yahoo.com.
Yeah, and any questions you have or any support that you need, just reach out.
Now, don't go blowing up
No.
Tiffany's inbox for free tickets to share.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have. I pay for tickets for my mama. So
Listen.
I don't have any tickets. To
How
give.
you paying for tickets for your for the show you working on? How you
I
got to pay for
always-
tickets?
yeah,
You
I
don't get no
always pay.
comps?
Like it's no.
That's
not
like Hamilton.
really.
We don't get no
Yeah.
comps, child.
See,
Just every now and then we might. but
That's
not really.
Yeah, like
crazy.
any show my mom's ever seen, I've always paid.
wow.
Yeah. But again, if you need any help with anything or need questions, just
Okay.
reach out.
Okay, yeah. Tiffany N. Robinson at yahoo.com, y'all. This is a resource for you.
Yes.
Reach out, use it. We are giving it to you. It's here for free.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And people do not get that opportunity to speak to somebody that actually works on Broadway doing what you want to do. So
On tour everywhere with Mariah Carey. James
Yeah.
Earl Jones is her best friend.
Hello?
Like, come on.
Listen, for real. So yeah, thank you so much, Tiffany, for joining us and giving, speaking life into people and encouraging them to follow their dreams and do like you've done.
Yes,
Even though your
Tiffany.
path has been different than what you may have even expected it to be.
Totally.
Yeah, but it all works in the favor of those that love the Lord.
Ah, shut up.
Hallelujah. So we thank y'all so much for hitting our marks with us this week. It's been a brand new episode of Off Book, and we are out. My name is Drew Shade.
Oh, Tiffany Robinson.
I am Princess Amber Iman,
And y'all have a good night.
and Chris is drunk.
That's right. Or have a good day, because this come out during the daytime. But have a good day, y'all. Bye.
Bye.